Ah, that is a little shrimp.
Oh, I got part of his hand. Let's try maybe another movement. There we go.
One more.
Stunner.
Yeah, just wrist roll back and forth.
Man, this guy does not want to let go, does he? Yeah, we should sharpen these.
Yeah, that was my thought. Or respace them so that they're more scissor-like.
Yeah. I want to slightly open and reset. Let's try that.
I also might move your claws down some, just to pull at it at a different angle.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Nice.
get off of there, you buddy.
So close.
Okay, we're gonna try that open close one more time.
You can also try to let go and then re-grab it.
Yeah, I've been trying to chomp on it and letting go and kind of
Yeah, but I
re-grabbing
think
it.
your main, rotate so we can see the claw side, or the cutting side.
It's
Keep
that one
going.
down there, that white one.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if that one's in or out. It seems like it's still in the cutters. Oh, there's that piece.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to keep.
Science, where is this going ideally? Where is it going less ideally?
Ideally, it would go in A, in starboard.
Okay.
Less ideally, it could go in E.
Less ideally.
Yeah, forward is pretty full right now, so.
It's a pretty small snip,
But
though.
not of yellow corals.
Do you guys wanted to see if we can put this in the slurp? Because it's pretty small.
In the slurp?
Yeah. They're pretty small pieces here.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me if the slurp is working, and that's fine with Alexis.
Yeah, if you think that piece is smaller than the diameter.
We don't know if the slurp is, well, actually what we would do is we'd go over and we'd slurp it because it's on the ground, right? It'll just be easier to pick up. The reason I was asking was that I was thinking about using the slurp to pick it up and bring it to the forward box.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and come wide there, Marley.
I see what you're saying, Greg.
That's pretty small.
Go ahead and grab the slurp tube, or the slurp thing, and I'll turn on the camera and we'll see if we can just flush some sand through.
Yeah,
That'll let
sounds
us know if it's working or not. All right, we are lined up on flush.
good. Roger.
Got you on bubble.
Awkward pick I have here. Underneath the... Sorry, let me get this from another angle.
There you go. Good call.
All right, go ahead.
All right, lined up on slurp, and I'm gonna go ahead and run that and stick it in the sand and see what happens.
Oh, it looks fine.
Seems like it's flushing sand.
And I think I saw a piece of coral come through, so that might have been what was stuck in it.
All right, well, let's let it clear itself out. All right, it seems clear. I'm going to rotate to a different jar.
Yeah, which one's open, Science?
Three.
Trees.
Lined up on 3.
Three looks like it has something in
there's
it.
something in there.
Okay,
Let's go to 4.
lining up on 4.
Put a question mark on 3.
All right, Marley, you want to zoom in a little bit there? Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, Sarah, so nobody passed off to us that the slurp was wrong, and so we tried doing a slurp onto 3 with one of those sponges and then decided it was better to go in a box.
Okay.
So if there was coral stuck in the
And
slurp,
maybe that's in 3 now.
then-
Marley, go ahead and push on in there a bit. That looks great. All right, Greg, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. It's that little bit in bubble.
That
Like
little bit?
right that. Because you can see the sponge there, so
Yeah.
that's your point of reference.
Thanks.
And you also have the 2 littler bits that you can get to. Okay, that's in. Might as well get the littler bits.
Yep, Roger.
Nice.
Okay, they're all in the tube. And now we wait.
Go ahead and come wide there, Marley.
The littler one came through.
I'm going to give it a shake.
There's
There
a
we
big
go.
one.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to
Nice.
0 that. And you got all the pieces in.
Good
job.
Well played.
Well played.
It is.
Well, that was actually to the coral. The coral put up quite a fight.
Yeah, summer.
Props to that brittle star too for holding on. Really wanted
You're
that
not on
real estate.
STL, Alexis.
Before we pick up, can we just zoom in on where we were trying to cut so we can see what it looks like?
Sure thing. Yeah, give me one hot sec. As opposed to a cold sec.
Maybe 3/4 of a sec.
Yeah, like let's do a lukewarm,
lukewarm.
sec. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Go ahead and push it in there, Marley. All right, I'll do one tap up here. Oh, too far, sorry.
So you got the branch right by the arm.
So yeah, that branch with the little bit of arm was one of them.
Yeah,
but
come
I
down a
can't
little bit.
quite
Yeah.
figure out where.
It's
The
just down a
larger
little
stuff.
bit. See it?
Yep, I see it.
Yeah. Curious, curious and curious.
Yeah, they just have, their skeletons are like, they're pretty flexible. So I think they just sometimes have a hard time. They're not like the ones that will snap.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to, but cool. Good job.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Fine, I'm gonna put
You already
this
know.
I can read your mind.
Man, that's a scary place.
All right. So I'm facing north. We're going to go 065, so you got to come around.
Yep, roger.
Alexis, can you comment for viewers online what we do with these samples and why that one was of interest to you?
Yeah, so we take samples in order to verify the identification of them. So we can generally ID to family or genus level by video analysis, but to really make a species confirmation, we need to have a physical sample for both looking at the morphology, so the branching pattern, the sclerites, which are small little structures inside octocorals, and then to do DNA analysis also. So we'll extract DNA from these samples and send it off for sequencing, and then it gets compared to all the other coral samples in the world. So we can determine if they're
I'm
new
assuming you're going to come
species
down
or
just
if
as you
they
come
are,
around, so that's why I haven't
species
moved.
that we've already identified, and
Perfect.
then we can do
Yeah, we should be
comparisons
heading
of
down
across
south
the different
pretty soon.
seamounts. So what do the communities look like, essentially across the Pacific at this point?
I'm at 055.
Ooh, 10 off.
I'm gonna put in
There's a
another.
big dead sponge probably.
And
Zero
Like
060.
Chrysogorgia growing on it.
Yeah.
Roger.
Sorry, 065.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, the waypoint's
dig it.
closer to 070 now.
070.
I'm doing 65 until we. Why complicate things?
Oh, off
Make
by
up your
a few
mind, I can't
degrees.
handle all this indecision.
All these crinoids facing the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yes, and that means that's where the current's coming from.
Probably. Getting them deep sea snacks.
Deep sea snacks.
I don't know if I want to taste these deep sea snacks.
I
we're
don't
talking
think
about.
so. Unless you like dead plankton.
I'm gonna say, speaking of deep sea snacks, what are we talking here?
Yeah.
Plankton,
We call it
detritus?
marine snow,
Mhm.
which is essentially just everything that's falling out of the water column, which can be live or dead. plankton, detritus, anything that's organic matter coming down, which is the food source for most of these organisms that are filter feeding, like corals and sponges.
You know, marine snow would make a terrible snow cone.
Yeah. It would not be very tasty.
Mucus.
Well, that's why you go of all the syrups you put on it.
You're
Oh,
like
right, right, right.
larvation house flavor.
Tasty.
Okay, I don't know where you go to get your snow cones, but I have never seen that flavor.
Well, since we're on our way to Honolulu, it would be a shave ice.
That is true.
Excuse me.
Right.
I had some wonderful shaved ice last time I was there.
And I spent a lot of my childhood in New Orleans, and it snowballs there.
Oh.
Snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's that in Maryland. When you put like marshmallow on it.
Oh,
It's-
no.
No, it's good.
You put marshmallows on your snow
Or people
cones?
put, what is
It's like
it, condensed
inside.
milk on it?
Condensed
Ugh,
Yeah,
I
I've
can't
heard
do
that.
that.
That's really intense.
It is. It's so sweet.
You really got to commit to that.
Yeah. Look how tall that Metallogorgia is.
Oh, where are you seeing this? Oh, I see.
What's there?
Good eye.
Whoa. That is really tall.
Right?
Oh, man. I missed it completely.
Wow.
It's like half a meter, probably.
Oh, wow.
At least. Ooh, there's actually one to the left, Jess.
One to the left?
Yeah.
There's the sponge, and then there's a really, like, sparsely branching
Yeah.
Chrysogorgia.
Oh, yeah.
If we
You
can
wanna
take
zoom?
a look at that.
Sure thing.
I also might request a sample.
Sure thing.
Going crazy in these international waters.
She is, man.
She is.
Well,
yeah.
so
Go
this
ahead and
looks
push
like
that in there,
what
Marley.
we think might be a
Picnic
juvenile Metallogorgia. So the branches are starting to cluster at the top, like we see
That's
with
great.
with other Metallogorgia, but you still have these branches down the main axis. So it's either a different species of Metallogorgia or it's a juvenile Metallogorgia, and we think that those branches migrate up to the top
Oh, wow.
over time.
The branches migrate up.
Yeah. And so if we could
Weirdest trees ever.
take a
Yeah.
sample with where we could get some of those branches on the stalk as well as the top ones, that would be great.
So you want the whole thing?
It doesn't have to be the whole thing, just like maybe where
But
your lasers are.
You want the top plus at least one side branch.
Yeah, or like
Ah.
where your leftmost laser is, like right there would be nice.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Where are we putting it?
Where can we put this?
This is going to be floaty, yeah?
Stand by.
All right, Marley, you want to come wide while I'll get it set up. Sounds like dinner relief.
Okay, so you want to sample this coral here?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, but it's a long piece of coral.
Long, wispy, and delicate.
Nice. I mean, are we anticipating continuing a lot of sampling, so we want to be doubling up? Yeah, so I think we could go for the forward lambda because we had that sponge that's in there and then that that little bamboo
Yeah,
coral. Like
yeah.
it's really, we can tell the difference, so it's probably a good spot.
Yeah.
All right.
And the forward box has not floaty things, but light things, so just be careful opening it.
Sorry. Sure thing. Yeah, okay, so lambda.
Yeah, with all the coral diversity that's here, seems like a great place to be doing samples.
Yeah, and again, like, so when we're in the Marine National Monument, we have permit restrictions, which are totally valid. And here we're in international waters, so we are free to do as we please.
All right,
Which means
Marley.
sample, sample,
Go
sample.
ahead on, push on in.
Well, and luckily there's a ton of stuff to sample here,
Yes,
so that's really
true.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's great, Marley.
So how did that rock sampling go before I left?
You want to come a
We
little
got a
wider,
rock
Marley?
and it's an E.
Nice.
That's perfect,
It
yeah.
was kind of flat,
Thank you.
but it was
It's kind of what?
flat. But she had to like nudge it out of place.
Okay. And was there some grapes on it?
We think so.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah,
We're hoping
they weren't
so.
as
Grapey.
Yeah.
grapey as some of the rocks
Okay.
around them, but they were definitely grapish.
So probably not millions of years old, but
No.
Maybe
Getting
only
there.
a
Go
million.
ahead and
Maybe
push
only
that
a
in there a bit,
million.
Marley. That's good. All right, so let me actually swing this around a little bit. Gonna just swing my jaws.
Yep.
did you say you thought this was a Metallogorgia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You could say Metallogorgia, like possibly juvenile.
So looks like I can get it right above this one here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks like
Do you
where
want
you
that?
are is good.
Roger. Start to come in.
Ooh, nice.
Perfect.
It's way satisfying.
It is. It's like nice this
Get rid
one
of the-
comes
right.
when you want it to.
Yeah.
Especially after that last one.
I know. Come on. That was
That
punishment.
was intense.
All right. Then come full white there, Marley. Did you want a picture of this before we put it in a bin?
I think we got some.
Roger.
Yeah, we should be good.
Full rack back. Lambda bin. Do you want to open it like only like a little bit, and I'll see if I can kind of put it in and then.
Yeah,
Can I
I'm gonna
nudge it?
move bubble to here, and then tool tray coming out.
Roger.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Metallogorgias? They might be my
Actually
favorite.
Good, I think.
What do you want to know?
I just want to know more about
All
them.
the things.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I know that much. I just know that,
Their name and what they look like.
yeah, they're in the family Chrysogorgidae. And they have the name Metallogorgia, but they have, all of the family has that metallic
If you just
skeleton.
bring your claws
Oh.
down
That you,
some,
like,
you can get that
recorded
in the
underneath
wet
the
lab.
lid and then push the rest back, right?
But they always
Yeah,
have this
that's what I'm
very like
thinking too.
geometric
There you go.
branching, which is like super
Yeah.
awesome. It's always standard.
Why do they? What makes the metallic?
I'm not sure if I know what
Yeah.
component is in the skeleton.
It's so crazy. I don't know if I'd ever seen anything quite so shiny like the one we got a few days ago.
That was really, really shiny.
I was really like blown away.
Yeah. It's like kind of this bronze almost.
Yeah,
or a-
it totally doesn't look real. It looks
No.
like the kind of thing that people
My-
would make like fake little coral things or
Yep.
something. It was just like too beautiful.
I like seeing it in the lab because if you look at
Alright,
it,
There
gonna
you
pop
go.
it in a little
it's so
bit there.
geometrically.
Can bump
yeah.
in a little
I
bit.
know.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
I think we have some photos of it from the lab.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah,
tons
do
of
another one.
photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging this. One more.
Oh,
All right, we got to get the end in now.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm
that's
thinking
well
that'll sink.
covered.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let go and see how it goes.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah. Let's actually try this out here.
It's like ratcheting it in or something.
Should we just blow on it and see if it goes in? You want to go ahead and pop it in there, Greg, and see if it settles? That's good. I'll just nudge it.
Yeah, let me come out some.
That's good.
Ah, okay. I found.
it's pretty incredible that this is our first dive in kind of a non-protected area, and we're seeing the most abundance of corals and such a really fascinating geologic feature that they're on, and no one's ever been here before. It sort of just shows you how
I'm
many...
going to bump out just a little bit more because you're caught on the
Sure.
top.
how much is out there that we don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I think if you kind of pull that back towards you or back maybe
Yeah.
towards the...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What are these? Let's try something different. Do. Stay.
Jess, since the other side is heavy, I'm going to go ahead and open the tray up all the way. Right?
Okay, go ahead and bump it out. If not, maybe we can just smash it. That should be good. Okay.
Or if you just want to snip it again.
But
and
I
then
was thinking maybe because it wants to go this way, push it now towards the
Towards HD.
back of the box, yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you push down and I
Yeah.
close a little bit.
I'm digging that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, rotate. Right, you're right between the jaws. So if you come
Yeah.
up and then get it right in the little Y.
Yeah, or I might try this one out first.
Well, I just don't want you to crush anything. You're hooked. You're going to pull it up.
Yeah, I see. Thinking like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and try.
Go to your home.
Get inside the box. Oh, well, it's in.
Yep, come
It's
up
also
some.
a little bit smashed. My apologies, science.
that's okay.
It's okay.
Slightly beaten.
We often snip them anyway, so don't worry too much.
Roger. Well, we know it's in.
Yeah. All right,
That's real
thanks.
good.
That was good.
Yeah,
Nice job.
That's great.
So now I know who did the first damage of the lambda tape. That is me.
Oh, it's your lambda tape.
Oh, I'll have to repaint that or
So
recolor
now
it.
when we come back in 10 years, we can see if
Alright,
that
I'm gonna go for it.
Metallurgia matured.
Or if it's arms migrated, which is crazy to think
Yeah,
about.
go ahead.
But I did find a paper online that says the branching pattern changes for Metallurgia where adult colonies shed branches along the axial skeleton, retaining
Oh.
only the upper branches.
Oh, I see.
the
Adult
adults.
colonies.
Huh.
So it was the opposite of what we thought. It's not a
No,
juvenile.
so it is a juvenile, and as it
That's right.
becomes an adult, it sheds those
Oh,
axial
okay.
branches.
Got
So
it.
the branches don't migrate,
Right.
it's effectively self-prune.
And this is an older, paper, so I don't know if there's been more work on that, but that was
It's an adult
So
paper.
the distal
Yeah.
ones go away, is
It's
that what
a
you're saying? The ones
mature
overhead?
paper.
So Ponderosa's pines do that.
What?
What? Ponderosa pines
Yeah.
do that as well? They drop their lower branches as they mature?
That's true.
Oh.
Oh.
Everything's a tree.
Oh my God,
So
there's all
Ben,
these.
do you,
Yeah.
you're doing a 060 still?
I'm doing
all these-
065,
what do you
and I
call
assume we're going to start going down slopes soon.
Connections?
Okay.
Or
Roger.
like similarities.
Symmetries.
Yeah, but there's another way to
But,
say that, isn't
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
there? A more
Digging it.
poetic way.
Digging
Come on, Megan. You're you're a resident poet.
What?
Wow,
Whoa.
look at you.
What?
Who was that? I feel like that was...
Going.
That was
That was
Holly.
Holly.
That was Holly.
That wasn't me.
Holly's
The
been very
level of
quiet for a while.
enthusiasm there was
Double
pretty
Wow.
evident.
It's
You
been
want to push
very
in a little bit there,
intense, so-
Marley?
It's a draft coral.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a
that's
bamboo,
good right
but
there.
the tissue is so dark down below.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gorgeous tissue color.
Those nodes are huge too.
How beauty. Look how beautiful you are. I should go off SPL for some of this stuff.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Wow.
Is this maybe the second or third one like this we've seen, where they've had this really tall stalk and then kind of sporadic branching at the top?
Yeah.
It's so interesting to compare it with some of the others that are like so symmetrical, and
Yeah.
so geometric, and then you'll
Yeah,
get this one. This
do a
is
push in
Like,
there.
wow.
chaos. Yeah.
I relate to this one.
Yeah. The branches are just all over the place.
Marley, if you want, you can push it on the branches there.
It's also interesting how thick that tissue is down below, because
Mm.
normally you can see the
That's
nodes really
awesome
well
right there.
through the tissue, but that dark pink tissue is,
Yeah.
you can only see the, like, you can see the indentations.
Awesome.
Right, so this is internodal, it looks like.
Are these nice little branches here?
Some might call it pottery noodle.
Jeez. All right, Marley, go ahead and come wide, please. That's a really beautiful coral.
Yeah, that's
is.
awesome.
I think it does look
Wow, look
chaotic,
at
but
that.
it looks all, it
It's
doesn't
probably like
at the same time.
a couple meters tall.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
could stand next to that and be shorter.
Wow,
That's cool.
it's a very
Let's
tall
do
tree.
it. Can I go? Send me. I volunteer as tribute.
We've really thoroughly explored this little knoll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we're making
been
our
so
way across
great.
it.
I know. I'm pretty excited
This
about
is like
what we're
the
going to see
best knoll
next.
ever.
I know, but now we got to get moving. We
Yeah,
still
we
got
do
a
gotta
ways
get
to-
moving. Let's go, team.
We have about a kilometer.
Ooh,
But there's
another-
more stuff.
High pack is just like black with targets.
I know.
We're like, ooh, look at that, mark that.
All right, close your eyes, Alexis, for 10 minutes.
So we can make some headway.
I'm curious what this little valley up here is going to be like. If it's going to be like more sedimenty or.
Yeah.
Don't we have a backscatter map?
Well, we do actually. Good point.
Maps.
All right, and I'm at 065, so we're all lined up.
Roger.
Ben, what is a backscatter map?
So, when we're taking mapping data, we get basically two types of information from that return. We get the time of flight of the ping, which gives us a distance, a depth, and then we also get the intensity of that return.
Oh.
So backscatter goes off the intensity of the return and a differentiation between the signal itself,
Yeah.
not when it occurred. So I think multi-beam, it's not meant to be robust really for backscatter as much as some other sonar systems. But
Is the
that's my
darker the more
understanding.
intense when we're looking at backscatter?
Yeah, I think that is higher amplitude. Yeah.
Okay.
But Megan, do you have experience kind of interpreting backscatter data? 'Cause to me, I'm just like sediments.
Yeah. I mean, I usually just think like, are we looking at rocks? Are we looking at like cobble, sediment, or some combination?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's going really deep into the sort of sub-bottom. That would be something else. It's more just like what we're looking at on the surface.
But yeah, to me, it's like, well, this is a classification that's going to differentiate itself from this adjacent to it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all relative.
Yeah.
Sure.
Every
But-
backscatter map
yeah.
is. Like, you can't compare two backscatter
Yeah,
maps.
exactly.
That's
Right.
true, yeah. But I assume that lighter colors are, if it's
Harder.
lower amplitude, it's likely more softer sediments.
I thought it was the other way
I thought it
around.
was the other way around.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought the whiter it was, the
Harder.
more
Oh,
likely
yeah,
it was
that
a
would be
rock.
that would be
yeah.
a better return.
Right.
Yeah.
0 to
yeah.
255, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So the dark stuff off to the north of
Is a
us would be
weaker-
like a sediment kind of.
Sediment.
But it looks like
But it looks
kinda
like the
white in our
opposite.
path. Yeah.
Doesn't it look like it should be like
Yeah.
when you
Sometimes-
think of it
well,
logically, it
map
looks.
And I think that's one of the
Make
things
sure.
with backscatter is that, like, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
It also
They're
depends on
not
the angle the
always-
beam hits it
yeah.
at.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of fuzziness with backscatter.
Yeah. At least with off of, like, using multi-beam
Yeah,
to
you
do
can
it.
check out the,
Okay.
like some of these tracks that are really straight in backscatter, I don't really
Yeah.
trust
Yeah, for sure.
as
Yeah.
being more
Right, they've-
swath width.
Yep.
Yeah. Because also, like, the multi-beam is made up of, like, a couple sectors that are treated kind of singularly in the processing. So sometimes you'll get a really harsh angle from one of the sectors being off or something, or deviating from the others.
It definitely looks like, for our current map, it almost looks like the opposite of what I would usually think, like dark and light to represent.
Yeah.
Just because we have that kind of flat area, which is all light, and then some flatter areas near waypoint 2 are white.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Jess, you want to reset the peak on the winch tension?
Oh yeah, I haven't actually, assuming it's just the reset button here, yeah?
Yeah.
New program. You think that peak was from launch?
Yeah. It was the same number.
Roger. It is nice to have a visual representation of that tension.
So Megan, you're the resident poet, right?
I don't know where that came from.
Well, it's
but
official.
Okay.
It happened over SPL, so it's true.
All right, I just, I was so inspired, I just wrote a haiku.
Oh, wow.
You're the resident poet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for you guys.
Thanks. Wow, Marley, I'm
Do you want me to read it?
I'm feeling moved.
Well, I think yeah, hold on.
Don't laugh.
Okay, ready?
Deep breaths.
Trees.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Alexis is like, no.
Give it to Greg.
I
Give
feel
it
like,
to
yeah.
Greg.
Productive front row.
Really broke.
I would like to hear this in true spoken word format, please.
Yeah, Greg, from your soul.
From my soul.
From
Got it.
Deep down.
It's not that funny, I just can't read it seriously.
Trees at the bottom
Yeah.
of the sea, please our watch team. Botryoidal.
Oh, wow.
That's really great, Mark.
You gotta say it like in spoken word.
Yeah, everyone
I want to hear some like.
next to your mic.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, snaps.
Wow, that was beautiful.
I'm touched.
That moved.
It was like
Someone finally had her
really
caffeine.
appropriate for our team.
It was.
Well,
Except they're not trees.
no, they're not.
Anything's a tree if you want it to be, right?
No.
I mean, where were you when I was calling them arms and stuff?
I was actually reading about the philosophy of classification and logic.
Ooh, oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Said the poet.
I've seen a lot of those like big anthomastus, like the ones
the
with really
orangey
long
ones.
stalks.
Yes.
The anemone looking ones?
Yeah.
Those are hard to
Those?
sample.
You wanna take a look?
Yeah, if are we kind of waiting on the ship?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Yeah, we
for
got a
minute.
moment.
Okay. We could take a look at this little grouping of corals.
Yeah, I'll get a different angle so that
Cool.
yeah. Alright, that's pretty much all I got over here. There's a wall. Alright, Marley, go ahead and push on in there a bit. Get you some better light.
Scroll.
Yeah, we have like a Chrysogorgia, one of those more
Single
light
color.
pink anthomastus, kind of peachy colored. And then that
Looks like a
plexarid that we just sampled.
Very strong. Strong base.
Yeah, super long. Wonder if it's a different species.
You're gonna come a little wide there, Marley.
I'm going to bump these up to 30 meters for a bit.
Yeah, sure. We're going down slope, yeah. Go ahead and push on in there again, Marley. Thanks, Ben.
Yep.
3-0.
Beautiful.
We're smoking.
Cranking up the heat.
Smoke. Yeah. So the one in the center is not one of those single solitary polyp corals.
No,
'Cause I
it's
see all the polyps on the head, but it's so big, like one
Yeah.
of those.
Wow, you can see
yeah.
all
So
those.
it's a soft coral, like a Alcyonesian,
Whoa.
but
Wait, Oceanesian?
Alcyon is the group of like
Alcyon.
soft corals.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, it's going to need to spell check.
ALCYONIIDAE is the.
Boy,
Go ahead
I
and
was
come right
off.
there, Marley.
Well, that's Alcyonicidae.
She logs
Go
it in her
ahead, come on.
poetry book. No,
I
many
do.
syllables is that?
Little do you know.
Little do you-
I'm drawing little sketches in my mind.
Ooh.
Just even the tone of voice is poem right there, Megan.
Yeah, I mean Megan's got a poet voice.
I don't know how I got dubbed this. I really don't write poetry. Just to clarify with the world.
I just love that Marley designated someone else the poet while writing the poem.
And it was like so moving to me.
It
It,
was
had
a really
trees
good-
and botry oil in it.
Well, that's why I dedicated
Marley,
it
is
to
this
you,
a love
Megan.
poem for me?
Maybe. just expressing myself.
Yes. Do continue.
I'm leaving the van.
I also have a haiku about mountaineering, but I'll share that with you later, Megan.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Only share one with the class. You share it all with the class. Wait a minute.
We can all be PLPs.
RPLPs.
What is that?
Platonic life partners.
Yes.
We said that in unison. You know it's real. It's true.
I'm all about a PLP.
I heard POP at the beginning, and I was like, we can all be, I was a little lost.
I think I'm still lost.
I didn't say I was less lost. I was just saying at that point I was a little lost.
Look at this little, looks like this rock fractured up here or something. It's a
Oh,
nice
Black
like,
coral?
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Wow.
Corals are super into this guyot. Actually, let's take a zoom on that coral to the right.
the black coral there.
I don't think it's a black coral. Yeah, that's why I want to
Oh, really?
look at it.
Oh, we got a fish too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a fish.
I'm so curious if the ridge of the guyot is going to be just
I
like
know.
totally underpopulated
I know.
compared to this.
I can't wait to get to the
That's
ridge.
what's so
I'm
nice about being able to do
super
these.
excited
Yeah.
to see what's on the ridge.
To do these
Can I
live
zoom this?
dives.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
So you get the chance to actually like survey a decent
Yeah.
distance.
No, I'm really excited the whole
Wow, this
path
is really
to see
cool.
the change.
Yeah.
What are you?
Best dive.
I think it's a primnoid. I think it's like similar to Caligorgia, but actually,
Hmm.
Oh, I know that sound.
Sounds like a potential snip from our leader.
Does it, Alexis?
Can we get closer to the polyps?
I'm going to hold.
Sure. Marley,
Sorry.
come a little wide. I'm just
I
gonna-
can zoom more.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, now we in here. Hold on.
That's what I get for putting in these.
Yeah, this is a Chrysogorgid. This is a
Sorry.
snip if we can.
Ooh,
We can
yeah,
snip.
We can totally do
Thanks.
that.
So not
It looks it's so planar for a Chrysogorgid, which is really surprising. So like all the branches
It's
are
got
on
the
one
zigzag.
plane. And it has the zigzag, which is really
Oh.
similar
Oh.
to Caligorgia, a primnoid. Like the skeleton structure looks
Are you
really
gonna come down
similar
a
to
little
that,
bit
but the
there?
polyps are the polyps that you have from a Chrysogorgid. So super cool.
Sorry, that was the most steady image of it, though, but... All right. You want to come full wide there for a minute?
Wow, it's awesome.
I'm going to just butt up against
Yeah.
the side.
Is
I
that a
might be able to sit
bottle
down
brush
right
there
in
in
front
the
of it.
back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
I
tall.
don't know
so
what
there's
the,
like-
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, at least
Probably a
3 or
little
4
too
different
tall.
types of Chrysogorgids just on that rock.
Dude, we are just like so much
How have the
great
autos
coral
been?
everywhere we
Have you
go.
tried them yet?
I have not, no.
It's always good practice.
Flying by autos. Let's see.
Do you want to try to do a slip and slide?
A slip and slide.
Yes,
A snip and slurp?
Yeah,
Or-
we could slurp this.
Yeah. Slip and slide.
Or slip and slide. I also would like to do a slip and slide.
This little buddy is about to do that.
You're still a ways away, you can see in Argus.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I'm looking at all the
might as well just try
chrysogorgids
it
on
autos.
the Okeanos guide, and I don't see anything that looks this planar.
Awesome.
Cool.
So it's a new chryso.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's possible.
You're also right at tether tug, so.
Yeah.
This is so fun. This is the best.
This is
These
so
are the best.
fun.
Are
I
you
love.
Are you
I
having
love
a good
this.
time?
I'm having so fun.
There we go. That's something else.
You and me
on,
both.
friend.
Can't wait to text Steve because he's asleep right now. But I'm gonna blow up his WhatsApp and be like, "This dive's amazing. You have to go back and watch all of it."
Chryso, chryso,
Oh, it's
chryso.
really
Chryso.
being very helpful right now.
Let it give it a moment. Sometimes it is bouncy.
So that's from autos, not from tether.
Yeah, this is all autos here. That's a good point. Greg, you want to come down a little bit, maybe?
Yeah,
Raise
I
me
can do
tempo.
just a little bit. The other thing is that there's a big rock underneath you.
Yeah.
You can just kind of make it out in Argus.
Yeah. I think that's.
And
the
moving
main
away
zone.
from that may make it easier for the auto altitude to handle.
Yeah.
That's clever.
I'm gonna try this.
You also may be able to perch on it. I don't know.
I'm gonna use Mongo as a parking station a little bit.
Okay, you're still about a foot away. Six inches.
Yeah, I'm on it now. All right, Ben. Favorite.
Stick lock? Okay.
Yep.
Once you're stick locked, usually if you do any autos, it'll kick you.
Yeah, what the heck. All right. So I'm trying dialing in my auto here out. And
Yeah, I still think that rock, being in that
Messing it up.
position, is that the auto won't work because of that rock.
all right. Let's try this. Oh, tug. Ben, you want to step the ship a
Yeah.
little bit over there, please?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
I'm surprised I haven't swung.
I don't know why.
Oh,
do you want me to
the
do
ship.
5 or 10?
Yeah. Let's do 10.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And Jess, we can always do you fly, I grab, or I fly, you grab.
Roger. Yeah, I think that might be it if I can't get it one more time. So I don't waste time here.
Just tell me what you want me to do.
Roger, Dodger. I'll try pushing up one more time, and
Sure.
if not, then flying grab always works. Sometimes.
Do these ones tend to be brittle or?
Yeah, the skeleton's pretty brittle. It's like the Metallogorgia. It's the same
Oh, nice.
type of skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg, how about flying grab?
Fly and grab. Not a touch screen.
Negative. I'm going to be out of autos, except for maybe auto heading. Okay. Coming in.
Ooh, it's super hot in bubble.
I'm going to drop down a little bit here. Nice.
Nice, Greg.
Great.
Nice job, guys.
Nice team.
Great.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm going to come and sit on that rock and
Sure.
so I don't thrust away the corals.
So let's slurp into 5.
We are lined up on 5.
Groovy.
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 Radical.
About to go down the water slide.
Unless, we can probably just try here if you want.
Sure.
I'll get you on bubble.
They're going to be really light, just so y'all are aware.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, bring it all the way up.
Roger. Okay. 100%. Nice. Both. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Look at that.
Smooth.
And there we go. I think we
Master
got
class
them.
you guys just put on there. It's
All
amazing.
right. 0% suction. Look at that. Very nice.
Yeah, that was efficient.
Coral
Yeah,
107.
that's great.
We're
Right,
moving
I'll
up.
put in a move.
Yep.
Is that good? Okay.
Sure thing.
Stuff like that is what's fun about ONC.
Yeah, that's true.
What's ONC?
Ocean Networks Canada.
Awesome.
Ocean Networks Canada.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Ben, what was the bearing that you put in there?
Same 065.
065, Roger.
Yeah. We're almost off this ridge.
Okay, now I promise it won't stop.
Let's go to waypoint 4.
Holly, do you still have your blindfold from the other day?
From a perfectly good reason to have a blindfold.
Right.
It's just for to help her sleep. There's nothing else.
We're doing it for the sake of science, really,
Yep.
Alexis. You'll understand
Yep.
someday.
The thing is, again, I wonder if we'll get up to the summit.
Ooh,
It'll
look at
just
that
be
really
totally-
long whip right there.
Long whip in the back.
Or just
No.
to the right.
Just to the right.
No, Ben, it's going to be amazing at the summit, too.
Oh, yeah.
To the right and up.
Yeah, I think it's the one in the back.
It's
Oh,
about
sorry.
it's about the journey, not the destination.
So is her
Holly.
blindfold off right now?
See.
As a disclaimer, we don't blindfold people on this ship.
No.
That is a
It's all
safety
metaphorical.
violation.
Right.
The whip is about the morphology of the coral.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a whip coral.
So this is what the one that you're looking at there, Alexis?
Yeah, I just want to see how tall it is.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
All right, we're going to go.
So then she
to
can
the
talk
surface.
about taking a sample off of just the top.
I was like, we can do it real quick, guys.
Keep going. Just grab and go.
It looks pretty tall.
It
I
does.
think that's the
Drive-through.
It's
answer.
very curly Q-y.
I think it's dead.
I think it's dead too.
Yeah.
What about on the towards the bottom?
Marley, you
though?
want to
Yeah,
push
there's
in
still
there?
something.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
It's another
another
buddy.
coral.
Yeah.
And then there's hydroids.
Yeah.
Those are
Okay.
hydroids, yeah, you're right.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of substrate for it to sit on.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, hey
And
fish.
fish.
Hello, fish.
Win-win.
Hello, fish. You're smaller than the coral.
You are a fish.
All right, I'm just gonna pop up the top here. It's an awesome little
Yeah.
design it has. Don't come wide there, Marley.
So many Metallogorgia.
So, all I hear is so many things to sample, so little time.
So little space.
So little space, yeah.
Are we gonna start doubling up on suction jars?
No, I don't think so.
Probably quadruple.
Greg.
Looks like there's some neat corals off to the
Yeah.
distance there.
We can just keep going.
These are the bottle brush corals down here, the Metallogorgia, is that correct?
So Metallogorgia is in a bottle brush, but
Right.
the Chrysogorgia, like the big one right in front of us, where you have the polyps all the way down the stalk,
Uh-huh.
we call it bottle brush.
Okay, bottle brush Chrysogorgia. No, sorry. Yes.
It's one of those. I left the craft valve open.
Oh, Roger. Thanks for switching the cameras.
If we come too far down slope, I might bring us more towards 080 for 50 meters or so.
Roger that.
Okay.
Oh, what do we think that is?
What do you think that is?
Ooh.
Whoa.
All right, Marley, this is this is
All right,
yours, right?
blindfold.
Is it an
Ooh.
Ooh.
Iridogorgia?
Okay, it just keeps
Wow.
going, doesn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
Coral City.
This is
I'll look up and
amazing.
then I'll go get
Man.
Marley's
Ooh,
favorite.
look at that beautiful sponge there too.
Yeah.
We don't look at
wow.
sponges.
I love the sponges.
Yes.
That's nice.
Sponges are nice.
Wow, this is awesome. Look at them.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yes. It's beautiful.
There's so many to look at. I don't know which one to start with.
Oh.
Which one do you guys want first?
Let's just do this big one right in the lasers.
Okay.
Take a zoom. So those pink ones to the left of the vehicle are probably pretty fragile, just so
Yeah.
we're aware.
Roger that.
You've got a lot of space based on
Cool.
Argus.
Go ahead, Marley, and push on a bit there. I'm gonna look up a little bit so I give myself more space.
It's really cool. So you can see this is like a good example of two different species growing next to each other and there being like a boundary. So they very likely could be stinging each other with their cnidocytes.
Wow.
What?
So yeah,
a bad neighbor.
they don't, like, they're essentially competing for space,
Right.
but based on where they settled, they're
Does-
gonna just have to fight it out.
Voting for
Does
the
that
little
stalk in the back look like it's almost like a glowing green?
I think it's just the lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is a Chrysogorgia too. Another.
Cute.
It looks similar to the one maybe we sampled earlier when you guys were on meal break, whatever we call that.
You sampled with another pilot?
Yeah, I feel kind of cheated.
Oh man. Heartbroken.
All right. You
Cool.
wanna go ahead
Yeah,
and
we
come a
come
little wide
out.
there, Marley?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I like how there's like
Beautiful.
2 sections of it on the same.
Yeah,
That's so spectacularly
that's
pretty.
a cool primnoid too. We
Yeah.
haven't seen many.
Mm-mm.
The
look
one-
at these
these
back
are
here.
big. Wow! 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 That's like a huge hemicorallium. Oh my gosh!
Huge.
And there's one behind it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
gosh.
And look at those dead sponges.
It's true. It's like a valley of
What's
dead
that big
sponges
fish
below
on the...
What happened to the blindfold?
I know, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Rich
get
Nav, you
going
can go to
soon.
sleep.
So we did not call
ahead and
for the
push
ship
another.
to stop.